Welcome to Conversations with Mr. A. This is your host, Anthony Abastilla, counselor here at Chimacum Junior Senior High. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Mr. A. This is Mr. Abastilla here at Chimacum. This week I have a few senior students with me, Connor Pope, Macy, Aumock, and once again Paisley Mitton, members of the WeAct. So first of all, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate having you here.
Thank you for having us.
We're happy to be here.
Thank you.
So I understand with the WeAct, this was something that was done way before, even before the pandemic. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, I did it in 8th grade.
And I did it in 7th grade.
I think I did it in 8th grade too.
What did you guys do?
I know we did like a walk for water where we like donated a bunch of water to, oh my god, it was somewhere. And then we would like just like help kids in class, I believe. And then, oh god, I can't remember.
We did like 7 minutes of silence or something.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, where we had walked out to the track and we like did. I don't remember what it was for, but
7 minutes of silence.
It's just kind of like an activist little group.
Yeah, activist
within
thing.
your school
or like
community.
a fundraiser usually.
Yeah.
That's usually what WeAct did.
And then we also went to the Tacoma Dome.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
That's
Tell
why
me
I
about that.
joined.
Oh my
What did you
god,
do?
we saw Noah Cyrus and like Rachel Platten, and I don't know, it was like a bunch of schools like filled up the Tacoma Dome, and it was like cool like seeing like the whole WeAct community kind of come together from all these
Yeah.
different schools and like celebrate that.
How many people were in the WeAct back then?
Maybe like 15.
Yeah.
15? Yeah, 15,
I
20.
think we have more this year than we did.
Oh,
in middle
for
school.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you had it going for a little while, and then obviously the pandemic happened. Did it just go away, or what happened originally?
I think it just kind of like the
Yeah.
pandemic hit and everyone just forgot about it and didn't really care to keep it going because it would have been hard to do that over like Zoom.
Now, let's switch gears. Let's talk about the pandemic. How did you guys do with the pandemic? I mean, that was 2020 up to, maybe towards last year. How did you guys get through it? I mean, was it hard? I mean, I understand we couldn't be around each other.
Oh,
We had Zoom.
yeah.
I mean, what did you think?
I just stayed at home all day. I clicked on the Zoom meets and then I went and played video games. I didn't really like pay attention to all my classes at all.
Yeah.
I kind of failed most of them.
I got really good grades.
Yeah. You able to get through? How
I
about
mean,
you?
I cheated my way through
Okay.
and I didn't learn anything and I had bad depression that year. So it was like a really fun time.
That was like my prime time.
Yeah.
That's your
Like,
prime
that's
time.
when we
I got like super fat, played video games all day.
Was it hard to keep track with people? I would imagine, okay, there's the teacher, there's everybody else. Was it hard to pay attention and like keep focused on things?
I would do my work, but when we were on like the Google Meets, I was not paying attention. I was probably watching
Oh.
The Bachelorette or something.
Oh yeah, I'd go shower while my little
Yeah.
face was in the meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
How was it hard for you guys to connect? Because I know that there was all these rules. You couldn't 6 feet from everybody. And I know, Paisley, we've done a previous episode, you've talked about just, okay, you love relationships, you're close with people. Was that
Mhm.
hard for you?
It was really hard. I remember I felt like my friends kind of forgot about me for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I'm like such like an extroverted person that I had a really hard time just staying home all the time. And I'm more of like an in-person communication. So having to do everything like over the phone or laptop like nearly killed me.
You mentioned that was during the time you had depression, so did that contribute to it?
Oh, that was like the main aspect of it. I just felt so alone for so long, and it just made me feel sad and burrow in my room.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you guys? I mean, was it hard for you? Yes, it was kind of nice, prime time. I'm pretty sure you had a
Yeah.
chance to get through things, but I know here about Chimacum, you guys are very close-knit. Very close-knit community. Was it hard not to see people?
Oh, I definitely think it ruined my high school life.
Mm-hmm.
How
I
so?
didn't have like a normal high school like everyone else. I was at home for my sophomore and junior year, most of it. So I didn't really get to be at high school and like feel
This is
how
our
it's supposed
first
to be.
real high school experience. Like, we haven't had to wear masks all year or like
Yeah.
anything like that. So
And we're seniors. We should be feeling like this when we're freshmen, not seniors.
I think that has made me feel like mentally immature a lot too.
Oh.
Cause like I'm a senior, but like this is like my first full year, and so like in a way it kind of feels like I'm a freshman still. And I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I have so many more years of doing this, and it's like, no, like this is the last one,
Mhm.
and this is your only full year.
You kind of jumped ahead because that was my my next question is when you guys came back. So around 2022, 2021, early, finally, said okay, you don't have to wear the masks. How was that experience? Just in general, just coming in. You mentioned a little bit, kind of like, okay, oh my gosh, this is more like a freshman year. But how was it when you actually came back? Did it feel really awkward at first, or?
it was weird for me because like I started finally getting used to like, okay, I'm staying home all the time. But once we came back, it was just kind of like, okay, now I have to go back to normal, like our old normal.
Yeah.
Junior year was a little bit weird coming back
Mhm.
because of the mask and everything, but
Mhm.
like senior year coming back and having it be normal was like the biggest weight lifted off my
Mhm.
shoulders ever.
It was super nice and relaxing senior year when I came back. It was just
Mhm.
felt like a new school, I guess.
What were the restrictions last year? I mean, I know the masks, it was done for a certain time, but what were the restrictions you guys had?
Well, I know that like if you or someone you know had like if you had COVID, you had to stay gone for two whole weeks. I
Mhm.
just had a word vomit right there.
Sure.
And then if like a family member of yours got COVID, that you had to stay home with them even if you didn't get sick, and that like really sucked a lot.
Like, we had to stay in the same exact seat all
Oh yeah,
year.
you could not switch seats all year in class.
Because when somebody got COVID, they'd have to like do all the seats around them. They had to go in the office. They had to get tested.
Mhm.
If you had a headache, you had to go home.
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I
wow.
probably got
Yeah.
tested like 40 times last year just
Mhm.
because someone next to me like got COVID.
yeah.
It was bad.
Wow. Wow. Coming back here, the WeAct, how did it get resurrected? Because it just came back this year.
I think we were trying to think of a way to bring students kind of back together in that close knit feel because we haven't had it for so long. And I know that Mr. A talked to some seniors about it, and that's what really got it going again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's as far as I can answer it.
Yeah. I think it was like Shelby kind of
Mhm.
wanted to bring it
Mhm.
back
For
Mhm.
sure.
really bad. And then I remembered 8th grade and I was like, oh yeah, the Tacoma Dome was super fun. So I went and joined it. But
Maybe, I don't know if I'll be able to do the Tacoma Dome or
Yeah.
trips this year, but I mean, one thing I noticed was great was just getting people together. I saw that
Mhm.
this year, just whether it's juniors, seniors, just everyone together, I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, one of my notes here I was looking at is, okay, we got people together. I'm curious what your opinions, outlooks is on just relationships, whether they're friendships, romantic, like what's your viewpoint generally on just relationships?
I think they form you,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like you have some say in who's like who you can connect and bond with. And yeah, that's all I got.
I don't know. You can choose your friends. So, like,
Mhm.
choose the right people. And don't waste your time on romantic relationships during high school because you're going to miss out on a lot.
What do you mean by the right people?
Like, go with a good crowd of people. People that you know they're good people.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
be with people who make you feel bad about yourself
Yeah.
ever.
What do they do?
I don't know, people can just like use their words to put you down. I feel like you should always surround yourself with people who want the best for you
Mm-hmm.
and who will support you through anything.
If you're friends with people that put you down, they're not your real friend.
Mhm.
yeah.
Relationship or romantic or friendship, any of that. They're not real.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
What do you think, Connor?
I think since I've been going to Chimacum like my whole life, it's just I feel like I'm friends with everyone here. So it was weird. Like
Do you find yourself having to choose like wisely, choose carefully, or
not really. I knew everyone since like 3rd grade. It was it was nice when like new kids came because like you could tell it was like they came from a bigger school and they like wanted to get that friend group, but like everyone here is like friends with each other, so they just kind of adapted to it, I guess. But it was nice.
Mm. I want to go backwards a little bit. Just we talked about coming back from the pandemic, and of course this year, this is the first full year. Okay, a little bit more loose. How did you overcome the trauma? Because I would imagine not just for you three, but just students, it caused a lot of trauma.
Oh yeah. I know during COVID it was a hard time for some families. Like I remember the buses would come by and bring lunches and stuff for kids that like didn't have that option, I guess, at home. And during COVID, like I was kind of just thinking about it, like that's really sad for some people. Like they usually would come to school to like get away from their home life, and now they're just stuck there. Thankfully I don't have that problem, but I know like I was thinking about a bunch of kids that I knew that did, and I feel bad for them, and I'm sure they have some trauma from then.
How about you guys? I mean, how did you guys get through the traumatic experiences? You mentioned depression. You were depressed for that time.
What helped me a lot was when we finally came back, just finally having like that routine of like going to this period at this time, just like seeing my friends every day again and just being out of the house.
Yeah.
That kind of like, because I was like homebound for so long.
Yeah.
And it like just feeling like so cooped up, it made you feel like so gross. But just like returning to something, even if it was only somewhat like normal or how it used to be, like helped me so much.
Yeah, I totally agree with Paisley. I'm the same way.
It's just routine.
Yeah, the routine feels really nice.
Now, here's something I'm thinking about. So, it's been really an awesome year up to this point. As we're recording this, we've got just a little bit less than 3 months left of the school year. All three of you are seniors, and I know you mentioned earlier, it kind of feels like, oh my gosh, the first true high school experience. How are you guys holding up with 3 months left? Less than 3 months.
Oh, I'm really excited to leave. I mean, I always wanted a real high school experience, but at the same time, I've always hated high school. So I just want to get out of here and do my own thing.
What do you want to do after? Explore things, or what are you going to do?
I was gonna, like, maybe travel the world or just work, then travel the world. I don't know yet.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I know for me, I'm excited, but I'm also really sad. Because, like, we, just us three, like, we have so many friends that are underclassmen. It's like, we're not going to see them every day. Like, it's going to be sad. But I have a few plans, so hopefully those work out.
Oh my god, I'm so anxious. It's not even like I try not to think about it every day. Every time I think about it, I'm like, ooh, bird in the sky. I don't know. I hate thinking about it because I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
I like seeing my friends every day, and I love socializing. And I don't know. I don't want to be on my own. That's scary.
One thing that I noticed you were mentioning a little bit was friends with the underclassmen. So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. What advice would you give them? Like, what would you tell the underclassmen?
Definitely don't slack off your freshman year, because you're used to like 8th grade year knowing that it's okay to like fail some classes. You're still gonna go into high school, but when you get into high school, don't even fail like one class. When you do, you're gonna get set back so much.
One class is so much harder to make up than people. Like, it's like not hard, it's just so time consuming. Like, anyone could do it if you like put your mind to it, but it's so annoying to deal with.
Yeah. I think.
I don't know. Do your work.
Yeah.
Don't
do your
skip.
work.
And make friends with everyone.
One thing I was just noting with the WeAct, it's community service, but also including people, inclusion. Really just helping people. Now, one thing I've noticed with all three of you, you have that philosophy, and you've developed that philosophy of just wanting to help people. How did that come about? Like, how, why, like, what are your thoughts about helping people in general? Reaching out to them and...
Well, just like my brother is in 6th grade and he plays sports and I help coach those, and I know a lot of like the 7th graders, and like I think that's kind of helped me. Like I look at them as like these are like my little siblings. Like I'm gonna set a good example for them. And then it's also like I've just looked around, like I've noticed some people that like I personally feel like could use some help, so I've reached out to a lot of people like that.
I tend to like see myself in
Oh,
those
yes.
people,
Oh,
because
yeah.
oh my god, guys, I still am, but like not nearly as bad as I used to be, like the biggest slacker, and I've always had like such a hard time with motivation, and I just always wish that I've always had like my friends like help like pursue me to do the right things, but when people from like outside of your friends come and help, it's like a different type of support, and it kind of makes you really like look at yourself from a different perspective, I guess, and it just helps a lot.
I just hate to see people struggle, I guess.
Why? Why is that?
I don't know.
Connor's got a big heart.
It's like this big.
Yeah. He doesn't think
No,
it's the
I
whole
just-
boom.
No.
I don't know. It's just it just sucks seeing people like fail, and then I just like helping them, I guess, to like give them that extra hand they need to lift them up.
Because anyone can do what they put their mind to. It's just a lot of people don't see that in themselves, I guess. And so when
Some people don't have like families or like households that like push them to do things. So I feel like if you just have like a little bit of a nudge, like you might start realizing, okay, like I can do this.
some people just need help seeing what they're worth.
Did you guys have anyone that gave you guys the nudges?
Oh, yeah.
I had this guy named Anthony Abastilla help me a lot.
Who's that guy?
Dude.
I don't know.
I
Some
don't know
like
who he is,
WWE champ, I guess.
No. What that guy do?
No.
He pushed me to do the things that I wanted to do that I was scared to do, that I didn't think I'd be able to like accomplish, and behold, I've accomplished them now. And I'm like, oh my god, I could actually do that, and I always thought I would never be able to.
Oh, thanks. You mean tell me that guy wasn't annoying? That guy that guy didn't like annoy the heck out of you?
I'm pretty sure that guy like hates pickles too. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely
Oh.
get him a pickle for his
Yeah.
birthday.
Oh, excuse me a minute. I had a cough on there. Okay. So, if there was a new person that moved here to Chimacum or East Jefferson, whatever, Port Townsend, East Jefferson, Chimacum, what would you tell them? Because I know it has a rep, good or bad. You can describe whatever you want, but what would you tell them? Whether it could be a new staff, because I was new last summer. I was brand new. I'm still new. I still don't know the community quite as well. What would you tell them?
What did you say earlier? That was good.
I feel Chimacum and just the community and the school, they both have a very bad rep.
Okay.
But I feel like you get what you give. Like, you're going to get some good stuff coming back if you give stuff into the community. Like, people say, like, oh, like, it's so bad or whatever, but what do you do to help it? And, like, the same thing with the school. Like, there's so many good staff members here that just get, like, I don't
Beat
know.
on.
Yeah, beat on, and, like, but, like, you don't try. Like, they're
Yeah.
not, like, once they see that, like, you're not trying, you don't care, why are they gonna try and help you? I feel like,
It is what you make it.
mm-hmm.
And you can make it a positive, happy, safe place, or you can make it a sad town that you feel like is going to go nowhere.
I feel like. Oh, I just lost it. Never mind.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah, I can add a little bit. When I came in August, I really didn't know what to expect. I had no idea. I just knew it's a smaller school. I've worked in bigger districts. One school, 2,100 kids. Another school, 1,400 kids. And so it was kind of a new thing. I could tell you within that first week, I felt really welcome.
Really?
Not even close.
That's
And
really good.
it's a 45-minute commute for me from where I live, but time goes by fast.
Yeah.
It goes by fast. I guess my thought is when you're that excited to come work with the students, see the staff, and get in, when you love something, it doesn't feel like work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I've made it from my experience.
That's how it should be.
yeah.
I guess a question I'd wonder too is, okay, some of you may be moving outside the community. I don't know. Some of you may stay in the community. What are your thoughts? Like after high school, are you thinking about staying within the community? Are you thinking about maybe moving and trying something new? What are your thoughts in general?
Well, I plan on staying here, for sure.
I definitely want to get out. I want to do my own thing, get away from this town, maybe come back if I feel like I've accomplished my goal of leaving.
Are you thinking growth? A little bit of self-growth and exploring things?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's great.
But I'm going to take a guess that you'll always consider this place home and in your heart.
Oh yeah,
down south.
I've lived here for over 10 years. It's definitely going to be my home. I have a lot of friends here that'll help me out if I need it, but yeah, this is my home.
Cool. What do you think?
I'm open to any possibility that life hands me. I just know that if I do go, I'm gonna miss my friends, but I'll always have them over the phone. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Here comes the fun game. Word associations.
Oh my god.
Alright.
So I'm going to give you a word or two. Tell me what your immediate thoughts are. Okay, first word, pickles.
So good.
Love them.
Abastilla.
Who's that guy? Hygiene.
Oh my gosh, if you
Every
have bad
day.
hygiene, I can't stand you.
I just thought of stinky. I don't know.
Like you just got to do it every day.
It's not that hard, dude.
Put some deodorant on every
Yeah.
day. Like it's not hard.
Floss your teeth.
Keep it in your backpack or something like that. You know.
I saw you put on deodorant in class the other
Exactly,
day.
dude. It's smart. You just keep it in just in case.
Okay. Rude people.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand you.
Ask them why they're being mean, like why they're being rude.
Treat
Like-
him with kindness.
No.
I like that approach. Okay. Fashion.
Oh my god, Nate.
I said Nate last time. Nate.
He has no fashion.
Oh, he's gonna kill you.
Oh,
He's such a
no.
fashionista. I love it.
Yeah.
Is it a big thing though? I mean,
It's not.
No?
No one really cares, especially in a small school. Everyone's like, we're such different stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much weird.
I see so many
matches.
different aesthetics
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
I like everyone's outfits.
Yeah,
They're all unique.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Suits their character.
for sure.
Chick flicks.
Oh my god, so good.
Ew.
What?
Dude, I'm not
No.
gonna lie, some of them are pretty good.
Dude, they're so good. Mean Girls, hello.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Here's the funny thing. Chick-fil-A.
Oh, my,
Oh.
so good.
So good, but
Their
so
chicken
homophobic.
sandwiches. Oh.
Oh my gosh, and they're so far away.
They're gluten-free.
Their chicken nuggets.
Their nuggies.
Oh my.
Dude, their nuggies are good. I'm not
Frozen
gonna lie.
lemonade.
Actually, their nuggets are really,
Yeah.
really good.
So good.
Softball or baseball.
Oh, I love it.
Macy.
Sliding.
Okay.
That's all you do.
Spritzers.
Oh, I need
Mid.
to have one.
They're all right.
Addiction.
Starbucks.
An addiction.
Barista.
Yes, all right.
Sturbies.
Okay.
You did not.
Two more. Gentlemen.
Connor Pope.
I love it. I love gentlemen.
I don't know.
Me.
Okay.
No.
Cheeseburgers.
Oh,
Delicious.
So good.
I can't have cheese on my burgers. It's so bad.
Dog,
Gosh.
what?
I
It's
can't
disgusting.
have the actual bun unless it's from McDonald's.
What?
If my parents have cheeseburgers, I just get a patty and cheese on it.
Yo.
With pickles.
That's
yeah, of course
wild.
with pickles.
That's
oh,
new.
man. Oh, not those pickles. Oh. Okay, so last thing is, any final words you want to tell our listeners? Just a general message. What do you want to tell them?
Be safe.
Be kind.
Be respectful.
All right. Well, hey, thank you guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk and meet, and thanks for sharing the experiences, everything with the pandemic and WeAct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Of course, thank you.
And
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And that concludes this week's episode of Conversations with Mr. A. So getting to know Macy, Paisley, and Connor, I wanted to focus a little bit on the WeAct, but also wanted to focus on the effects of the pandemic because it really did quite a lot of damage to everyone, students, staff, schools in general. And so There was a lot of adjustments and a lot of obstacles that they went through, and we've got a few months left before graduation. All three of them are great kids. Look forward to bright things from them, and it was definitely a pleasure interviewing them. So next week we will have more episodes with conversations with Mr. A. Thank you for listening.